in high school, freshman year, I was chosen to take a form of elective class, so I decided to take art. And I really enjoyed it, and as time went on, I was like, well, I think I'm going to take it next year. So I decided to take it for junior year. And as I did, there was a new teacher, and he had asked everybody to do any type of form of art, whether it was painting, drawing, or sculpting, and to prove to him as to why we should and could continue doing just that one form of art. So I decided to do painting. And as I decided to keep doing it, he decided that I was going to continue doing it and he was going to help me out. And art is a broad subject, as I said, and not only just is like painting and sculpting, it includes dance, photography, music, all those types of arts. So my form of object is a canvas. It's a really tiny canvas, but I couldn't bring a bigger one because it would be way too big. So my object is a canvas because as I identify myself as a painter, canvases are, to me, they're just really amazing, because if you paint on paper or any type of other, even this type of canvas, but without this type of wood in the back, it's just not the same. And I believe that canvases are amazing because just as any piece of paper or anything, they are blank and you can do anything. To yourself, you can probably do a spot and call that art to yourself if that's what you want. And I believe that people can identify with also canvases because to us, we are each in a way blank when we are first brought into this world, and we decide what we want people to see. So as I was in high school, junior year, I actually got acknowledged, and I was able to have 2 of my paintings in the Lady of the Angels cathedrals for my junior year and senior year. And I was also interviewed by the Tidings newspaper, and it came out in the newspaper. And I was also interviewed senior year for another painting, and it came out in the Telemundo. I don't know if you guys all know that channel, the Spanish channel, so I speak Spanish for that. And I also entered a contest of Dia de los Muertos, and I also won 2nd place. So I myself give myself like credibility as to why I can talk about it, because not only do I just think of myself as a painter, but I have been also acknowledged by other people. And also in school, the dean of my school saw one of my paintings, and she actually really wanted to buy it, so I actually ended up selling one to her. So painting is not just a way to express yourself, it's also a way to show creativity, and also actually a form of therapy. So art expresses what you want, either through emotion, through telling a story, through even saying anything. How many of you guys have gone to a museum, an art museum, and looked around and said to yourself, how does that even say anything? Right? So I also, before I even started doing art, I was like, I would look at a painting, let's say there's splatters, and I would be like, they would say right there, the artist would say, oh, this conveys emotion and anger. And I would be like, how does that convey that? But as I started to do art, I started to learn and see that it kind of does. As in me, myself, I sometimes paint and I sometimes inflict emotion, or sometimes I just paint because I like something. So as you can see, art expresses emotion and shows creativity in the same way at the same time. And with doing that, art can also help through therapy. So there's this thing called actual art therapy, and it helps people of all ages, from little kids to senior citizens. And with art therapy, it really helps people out because it's like, well, obviously it's therapy, but it's like counseling. So you get to express yourself instead of just talking to somebody because maybe you don't want to talk about it, or maybe you can't talk about it and you'd rather just like paint a picture or sculpt something to get your emotions out without actually saying it. So as you can see, art is not only fun, not only is it creative, but it's a way to express yourself, and it has actually come to a point where it is helping a lot of people. So the next time that you guys go into a museum, I want you guys to really look at the art, look at the piece, and really ask yourself, what is the artist really trying to convey, and also what is it that you can get out of it, because it is not only what the artist can say, but you can see it in another way.